everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. My but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Oh yeah, take you like a pill. Get my fill. Rising with each beat of the music is bringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full. I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive. We're just listening. We're existing. We stay where the music plays. Let's drop below where the people sway. Rising with each beat of the music is bringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full. I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive. We're just listening. We're existing. We stay where the music plays. Let's drop below where the people sway.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. Oh, going fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Got it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to week number 3 of the Premier Invite League for the winter for CR6 Winter 2020 season. My name is BizHop, and I'm joined by my friend Saturn, and we're here to cast a banger of a matchup for you guys today. It's Akron versus the St. Clair Saints.
Mm.
How you doing today, Alex?
I'm doing good. Again, like you said, it should be a very exciting matchup between Akron and the St. Clair. We will go into map bans momentarily. Just waiting on the teams to get into the lobby here. But oh, it looks like we do have map bans coming up now. What are you expecting for the map bans? Biz up.
Um, well, it's tough to say. I'm gonna be honest. The last time I watched Akron was during the finals of the previous CR6 season, so they might play a totally different set of maps. They might play the same maps, but already right out the bat, we see that St. Clair is going to take Coastline out of the map pool as Akron responds with a consulate ban. I remember seeing Coastline during that final match, and St. Clair. The first map we're going to go to will be Oregon,
Mm.
which I think is going to be interesting map to see and watch. One that really piques my curiosity with the new Neon Dawn patch. I really want to see where the new meta will be played out on a map like Oregon.
And we do see Akron picking up Villa, another map that did play in the CR6 Premier League finals, at which they did win. and we will see St. Clair banning out Cafe and Theme Park, or St. Clair bans Cafe, and Akron will ban out Theme Park, with the decider being Clubhouse. Again, not too offbeat in terms of map bans, as Oregon Villa and Clubhouse are maps all teams like to play.
Oh yeah, absolutely. These are solid maps that both teams will have a decent game plan for. Um, this is being week three of their Northern Division matchup. Akron in the first 2 weeks having a 2-0 record with wins over Virginia Tech and University de Montreal, up against St. Clair, who's fighting to try to get ahead of Akron right now with a 1-1 record, with a win over, what was it? With a win over Virginia Tech, but a loss to University of Montreal. So St. Clair right now, from a outside perspective, is gonna have an upward, hill to climb, especially against a team like Akron.
Very true. Akron's holding the lead in their current division with a 2-0, and St. Clair currently only 1-1. But we'll have to see how things play out today, and if they can win their map pick of Oregon, and which will start momentarily.
Eh, Yeah, and it's all going to start with Oregon. Obviously, if this is going to be St. Clair's pick, they're going to feel very, very confident about it. But it's not any. There's no any room to say that they'll be able to catch Akron. I don't think they'll be able to catch Akron off guard. Uh, call it bias casters or whatnot. But you will have, if it's St. Clair is going to want to come out on top, they'll have to win Oregon.
Yeah,
Not saying that they can't win on Villa or Clubhouse, but you want, as a team, you want to be able to win your own map choice. It's a mentality thing, psychology, like human psychology. You want to be able to come out on top on that first map
yeah,
choice. And Akron's chosen to start defense for Oregon, so you could say that they're already on the back foot there. You have to start on attack um, on Oregon, but that's also what piques my curiosity, because depending on how operator ban goes and play styles and strategies, Oregon can be an attacker sided map, and it also can be a very defender sided map. I've seen it go both ways in a lot of levels of play. So I'm very curious to see what St. Clair will bring to the table against Akron here.
yeah. Especially with the new Neon Down patch rolling out, and all the changes to some of the gadgets. Of course, we do have the Tachanka rework as well, along with the change to Echo, which now makes his yokai drones not invisible anymore.
And not only that, with the loss of multiple deployable shields on Valkyrie and Wamai, although I think Wamai is probably the bigger hit, is you just don't lose when you brought a Wamai back in Shadow Legacy, but in Neon Dawn, it's a little bit harder to try to fit multiple deployable shields
Yeah,
in your strategies if you want to still kind of try to play that utility meta. Um, what I've already seen a lot of is that the meta is now kind of shifting more towards a lot of gunfights, a lot of aggression coming out from the defenders. You have to take those gunfights rather than try to play off your utility and waste a lot of time,
yeah,
which what
yeah,
created that what we know is the 20
yeah,
second meta. It's not that easy to do anymore, especially when you also talk about the changes to Jaeger. The ADS is being only able to destroy one projectile every 10 seconds. Doesn't it's a pretty big change when it comes to that meta. I mean, you're still probably going to take a Jaeger because why not? But that those changes alone have Ubisoft really have tried their best to dismantle this meta, and I'm only excited to see what blossoms, what comes from a lot of these,
yeah,
a lot of these changes to these core mechanics of the
yeah.
gameplay, the meta.
Yeah, despite the changes to Jaeger, we will still likely see him, and we will still probably like to see Wamai as well, because there's just so much utility the attackers can dump at you. And well, with the, you could say, less utility for the defenders to stop those things from coming in, we will have to see how teams execute with that, as it does give them a or a larger window of opportunity to do things. But like you said, it does come it's a lot, especially with Jaeger with that 416. The defenders do have some great guns on Wamai as well. You have the MP5 with a 1.5, and you do have the AUG as well, which does hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, We could try. I mean, there's a possibility we might see like remnants of the utility meta on Oregon. The basement is one of the sites that really pique my curiosity. How teams are actually going to start playing that basement, because that one, in my opinion, the 22nd meta or Oregon, the strats or the Oregon that we know was built on the 22nd meta, and I think the basement is one of the best examples of that. So I've said it already, but I'm extremely intrigued and curious as to where we see teams like Sinclair, like Akron, those high level skill teams, what they'll bring to the table here. Will they? I mean, will they actually try to recreate the meta, or are they going to do something totally different?
Mm,
Um, because
yeah,
it's like that said, the basement, it's a large area to have to try to hold on to.
yeah, yeah. I'm more interested in seeing how the tertiary bomb sites will play out for the teams, as most teams will likely go for basement and top floor kids bunk area as their first two sites. But then it really comes down to whether teams want to do the kitchen dining or the kitchen meeting defense, both of which aren't exactly ideal, especially with kitchen dining being that big open room with so many angles after you destroy the wall from small tower as well. Meeting could be a bit more difficult to attack, in my opinion, but we will have to see which team favors which site as their third pick.
Absolutely. And we're gonna get rolling here soon. But again, I mean, I've spent a lot of time talking about Oregon, and I mean, I think it's rightfully so. I think this first map is the possibilities are gonna be endless here on this first map, Oregon.
Mm,
Villa. We've seen a lot of Villa already, so I don't know how much the meta is going to change on Villa, but I think it's going to be the battleground will be Oregon, the
mm,
crucial map for both teams here. Both teams want to come out on top on Oregon, and here we go into the game as we get into the operator bans.
mm. Well, this will be very interesting. I'm expecting to see a Thatcher ban as always, as those EMP grenades are vital in clearing so much utility out for of the defenders, but then potentially also a Hibana ban with a change to her Kairos gadget being able having her able to destroy multiple change the amount of pellets she shoots now and selectively destroy what she wants rather than shooting six at once.
But we'll bring it right back to our beautiful images.
Mm,
Real quick, we're gonna have a little rehost as it was a little error. We're gonna try to get it back on track very quickly. Um, but yeah, if we talk about operators, you mentioned it. The new changes to Habana could be are very strong. It changes the way that she works, and actually, she's incredibly strong now in the way she currently is, and it's a welcome to change. To be honest, it's a quality of life, but there's a lot of things now that you can do with 18 individual. I mean, sets of two, but individual
yeah.
sets of two X-Kairos pellets. The amount
Mm,
of what you can do, I think, is totally endless.
mm. For sure, especially if anyone is going to be trying to trick those X Kairos, you can simply bait them out by shooting two at once. This doesn't necessarily apply to Oregon per se, but on maps like Clubhouse, if you're holding basement, tricking is just that much harder because she can selectively choose those pellets, like I said.
Yeah, it's not just three sets anymore. It's you could just use two, bait out the impacts, use two more, two more, two more, and by the time you get that kitchen hatch open, you probably still have rough left. The math in my head is correct. Maybe like 12, 10 X Kairos pellets left. You can open up a couple more hatches, a little bit
Mm,
more lines of sight. So that's already a really
mm,
strong change. But the defenders is something I also kind of want to talk about. I mean, with the changes to Echo, with the
mm,
drone no longer being invisible, the need to ban him also decreases. A lot of the teams don't like to have that Echo in play, not only because of the Yokai's ability to stop a plant in those final seconds when that clock hits 000, you can stop a plant, but the fact that it was invisible, it was kind of hard to see, take care of. It was annoying. No one liked to deal with an Echo. But now the invisibility factor is gone. Do you think teams will now no longer see a
mm.
reason to ban Echo?
I expect his ban rate to drop, but of course he is still a very strong operator because he can still deny that plant and disorient the attackers. But it's a lot easier to spot it without that invisibility because you can simply just glance at the ceiling, and if you see a little darker spot because of the drone, then you can just take it out. Before it would blend in, you would have to look for a small shimmy, which would take a lot more time if you did not bring an IQ. But of course, which was still possible, but it was that much more of a headache to do. And of course, he still does have the 1.5 sight on his MP5, but I don't expect to see Echo banned or played that much because of the new change.
True. I'm very curious to see. It's gonna actually require a lot of a change of play style for all you Echo mains out there. I suspect played a bit of Echo in my day, and the deployable, getting the deployable shield back is nice, but being on cams all the time, it's kind of outgrown that play style.
Mm,
The other operators though on defense, Mira, Malusi, Maestro, some of these more meta bans, what we've been seeing since the ban phase was introduced, it's very, very reasonable, I think, to suspect we might see other operators banned. Potentially Goyo. I suspect Goyo might see a resurgence on a map like Oregon, where might want to have those deployable shields. And by losing Goyo, you lose a lot. There's like one operator already. You kind of lose two free deployable shields, and your other options are kind of limited unless you feel comfortable running those off meta kind of operators.
yeah, could potentially see some more alibi picks with her deployable shield, but of course she does get some good utility and good weapons as well. That makes Storm a very high fire rate, good at shredding people down. And then her bailiff utility as well. That pocket shotgun lets her just move around easier and help out the team during the prep phase if needed. And of course,
Well,
she's still, which is a good replacement for impact grenades.
well, if we're talking about a diverse loadout, I want to see a Frost. The
Yeah,
new with the ITA shotgun secondary. I think a
yeah,
Frost would be fun,
yeah.
but we're back. We're back in action. So we're gonna try to reattempt those operator bans here.
uh, mm, It looks like Akron will be starting out the ban. We'll have to see what they throw out first. I am expecting a Thatcher ban as always, but we'll see if they prove me wrong.
One of these days, I want to see a Frost pick
Mm,
in this Premier League.
yeah,
It might have happened at one point, but I wasn't there to witness it, so in my mind, it's never happened. And as you predicted, my good friend Thatcher, old man Thatcher, and his EMP off the board. We're gonna have to we still play Cali, right? But we're gonna might have to see some creativity in dealing with any sort
yeah.
of denial.
Yeah. Oh, well, if we do see a Maverick ban, we definitely will see Kali for at least some part of this game. But it looks like St. Clair has elected to, and as I say that St. Clair will throw out Maverick as well, so we will likely see some Kali play to get rid of those defender gadgets as well. As for the
Yeah.
yeah, but well, it looks like our defend attacker bans did come true. We'll have to see what they decide to throw out for defense, as it does look like Akron will throw out Kaid, which is not surprising as there are some certain hatches on the basement floor that are uncalliable.
You
So
gotta
that
get
is,
rid of Cade.
yeah, that is not surprising.
That's your Mav ban. You gotta get rid of Cade. Otherwise, you can't do anything about hatches, unless you can get really nifty with some tricks and tips. But the Mira is gonna be gone. So Echo in the game. Malusi, operators like Malusi and Goya are in the game, but you can say Mira is definitely gonna make more of an impact than operators such as Malusi and Goyo.
Mm,
Unlike the deployable shields and those banshees, you cannot simply take care of a mirror window with an
mm,
explosive device. So the mirror ban in play. I'm excited to see what kind of setups we see coming
yeah,
out from Akron, as they're
yeah,
going to go to kids' dorms as their first bomb site.
yeah. And here it is. We do see that Kali being picked up by Kira as well, and Ace as usual for your heartbeat. Very flexible, can pretty much do a pseudo in between Thermite and Habana with those charges. And again, not too much out of the ordinary to see in terms of the attacker lineup with the Nomad, Sledge, and Zofia as well. And and of course the Zofia pick, you never really go negative on having her on your team.
Never. It's gonna be picked up by Miracle, if I'm pronouncing that right. Please forgive me. Seeing some of these names for the first time. So, Miracle. There we go. I've been told. Already a lot of this operator lineups for the defenders, very very similar to what we've been seeing in times past. Taking the bandit and the mute, having that sort of having the denial definitely helps. No smoke, no deployable shield. Actually, not having a deployable shield at all for this first bomb site. I know I kind of like, why are you making a big deal about the deployable shields, but you know, ever since the meta is just so used to seeing a deployable shield, I'm excited to see something different. As Sinclair is now out on the prowl, it looks like we're going to have a lot of focus around Big Tower, but it's IMAT kind of hanging out there, lurking around the Big Tower stairs, hoping to see if any unfortunate soul kills some drones, waste time. That's what he needs to do, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Does look like 4 players will be attacking that big tower side for St. Clair, as Miracle himself is clearing out the master side, and he will see some resistance from JetCon in that trophy. But it does look like Surma is actually bandit tricking the wall there, so somebody might have to go down below to get rid of that soft underside. Hennessy is there to support Surma in case anything comes flying through the hatches potentially, and it looks like they did blow out a certain portion of the hatch to allow Surma to cover that bottom floor just that much easier. We do see Big Papa moving forward onto the stage now, potentially going to throw a nade under Surma. As he times this right, he does time it right, and a grenade will take out Surma. No more bandit tricking, and the wall is free to open. No Kali needed.
That's why you can't bandit trick that wall. Learned that lesson very early on. One ace gadget going to be used up on that attic wall as rotations coming out from the attackers. You know, I see what Hennessy was trying to do there by watching the stage door from the hatch, but with a nade, you don't even need to get into meeting. You can do it from a safe place, just as we saw Big Papa do. Now the attackers taking control of Trophy, and Nomad's there to block off the flanks. We're now just sort of in a waiting game, as Arv is going to swing for some reason. A Miracle takes him down. It's just a 5v3 now for the attackers. Looking real good for St. Clair.
Yeah. It does look like IMAT has come back to site after his adventure down below. He will take the head off of Miracle, bringing it down to a 4v3, and could potentially find another onto Domo Cookie Bar on the Nomad, as we do see Kira also holding an angled in trophy down in the pit. JM Beast has opened the wall, I believe, and is attempting to join his team in. But 30 seconds left on the clock for St. Clair to do anything with their time, as it looks like they're contesting this trophy here a lot. Hennessy will take out Big Papa. Sledge is no more. That means that the excess frag grenade cannot be used. Hennessy playing in that pit. It does look like the attackers have 10 seconds left, and we'll have to just go for a straight out push here, which is ill-advised, as JetCon will find JM Beast, and IMAT will take out Domo Cookie Bar, just leaving Kira, as Hennessy will finish him off.
Wow. A really strong early start from St. Clair falls apart as the execution, getting towards the executions. Akron picks them off one by one. Didn't lose another body once they dropped down to 3. Well played coming out from Akron. So they're going to move down to laundry and supply. But what really they stalled? Like, St. Clair stalled out there. But why did they really stall out?
That was what was confusing me as well, as they did have the ace. They opened that closet wall, but nobody was playing that angle. It seems like everybody just kind of pushed from the trophy, or at least 2 people pushed from the trophy. I believe JM Beast was pushing from the closet, but he was taken out by Hennessy. But we do see a Warden pick actually coming out from Akron on Hennessy, and we do see the Hibana coming out from Kira, as she will be able to blow all of those hatches out without worry, as Cade is off the board.
I do believe, from the last round, I think I saw the breach on the game's wall. slightly too low potentially for anybody to walk through. If that was what it was, then it would make sense as to why the attackers tried to funnel in from trophy, apparently, or visually. So if that was it, that's just a mistake. You can correct that the next time you go have to attack that bomb site. And interesting, it looks like there's going to be a real intricate roam coming out from IMAT on the Malusi, as the attic hatch and the meeting hatch have both been elected to be opened rather than reinforced. And JetCon also on the roam to support IMAT over by T2, it looks like. And St. Clair is going to start off with a tower clear.
It
They
will
see
be a
those
full team.
rotations.
It
They
will
got
be
to
a
do
full
something
team.
about it.
It will be a full team tower clear from St. Clair, as everybody started on the construction side. So we will likely see some people going down to the blue bunker soon, as we do see IMAT and Armory lurking about, and I believe JetCon is nowhere to be seen currently. Big Papa. Oh no, JetCon is in small tower. Might come into contact with Miracle soon, but does look like Big Papa made his way into Big Tower and is currently clearing with the team. I have on cameras for Akron just clearing things out. Big Papa has made his way into the attic as drones do fly into kids' dorms just to clear it out. No shots fired. No shots have been fired yet, as we do see Kira down here on the big tower steps. Potentially will make his way down soon, as we will see X-Carlos charges used soon. Oh nope, it does sound. It sounds like Arv actually did throw out an ISO, but did not find anything there. Hennessy playing the pillar down there, as Imet is still lurking around an army, with no shots fired, with a minute 30 left on the clock for attackers to do something.
Is it possible? Ooh, with an early confrontation, JetCon takes down. Oh, a trade actually between Miracle and JetCon. But I'm also curious to see what the site looks like. Akron only brought one deployable shield, and I'm interested to see where they're playing it. They're playing it over in Pillar. They're not electing to hold elbow or contest. They're contesting just through the box wall. All right, thank you very much. But a trade coming out. That's a nice shot coming out from both players. It's the best you can hope for here. But Kira gets the second pick onto Arv. As flashes rain down from the back tower steps, but that's a warden right there. Flashes don't affect him. He's waiting for that Nomad to peek. He sees the head, but doesn't watch blue as he gets downed by Kira. As the ace begins opening up the box walls, and IMAT is still on the prowl. He needs to come back now, as it's just left to Surma on the B-bomb. So there's 4 attackers going to start breathing down his neck. It's only 33 seconds on the clock.
Oh, we'll see. He will get swung out on by JM, as he will start the plant, and IMAT will be found by Big Papa. A very effective push there towards the end of the round by St. Clair. I was getting scared there for a second towards the end there, because I thought they would start to run out of time, but they were able to find the picks and initiate their push and what they wanted to do. Good coverage overall from the site, and Akron fortunately fall at their second defense round.
I think a couple of free picks, honestly, for St. Clair coming out there. Hennessy and Arv seemingly losing their life a little bit too early than they obviously wanted to, which gave a lot of that site control of pillar and box to the attackers really, really early. And IMAT, unfortunate, out on the prowl, couldn't really net anything on the roam. As JetCon was able to get a trade, but they're going to reattempt the basement bomb site with, I believe, the exact same lineup. I'm interested to see if they're going to just change their play styles, how they played that round out. They'll probably feel confident in their ability to execute their strategy here.
It does look like they did bring the same lineup, as we still see Hennessy on that warden. We'll have to see if he can have more of an impact on that pillar area, as it looks like he is getting security hatch right now, as he will head back downstairs. I'm at getting the other hatches as well. We'll have to see if IMAT will be more aggressive on his roam this time, as he actually didn't find anybody until the end of the round, find anybody to shoot until the end of the round there, as he was lurking around in the army side. Rotate will be opened up into attic for JetCon as well to help him lurk around that area, but we will have to see if St. Clair will be doing the same roam clear as they have before, and it actually does look like they are 4 people starting on the construction site, and we do see Miracle off in the far distance towards that small tower, as we see Big Papa and Kira rappelling off the big tower.
So something already different from the defender's setup. I'm at actually reinforced the meeting hatch this time, as opposed to opening it, which with Akron had chosen to do the round prior. So I guess they felt it was a little bit too much to just leave it open to give to St. Clair. So they chose to reinforce it. However, with Kira on the Hibana, with no Cade, nothing really stop it aside from the roamers themselves potentially. We'll have to see how little or how much of an impact maybe reinforcing that does. And maybe it gives a nice sense of security for the players still on the site. These roamers have gone down to the first floor, abandoned the second floors. Miracle has began working on seeing if he can catch these guys off guard. But they were there to waste time as IMAT and JetCon has just rotated back down to site, which I think is the best thing that they could choose to do right here. So minute 40, they wasted a whole minute 20 seconds from the attackers. That's a minute 20 they'll never be able to get back, but they can now just focus purely on the site itself as Kira and MJ Beast have began to drone out blue and backstairs. They see they're confronted with the same lines of sight, same angles as Hennessy again contesting blue through a deployable shield in the box wall. I like this position for a warden. You know, the protection from flashes, ADS is to protect the shield, and if there's ever a smoke grenade in use, you got the perfect gadget to deal with it.
It does look like JetCon is actually still on the roam, as IMAT was the only one who actually came back, attempting to impact trick the ace charge there. That is Surma, but there is the Nomad on the big tower stairs once again, so that's Domo Cookie Bar. While Magnet's coming out on the reinforcements just to help Hennessy out a little more. I mean, with those projectiles, his deployable shield will fall and he will be forced to evacuate, losing about 40% of his health as we see Miracle pushing in as well, taking a gunfight with Surma. A little bit of friendly fire there as Kira crosses into Miracle's path. But it does look like the attackers have 30 seconds left to push. Lucy Gadget will be destroyed along with an ADS that was holding the deployable shield. Arv with a Nitro Cell throw over the shelves there to take out Kira. Hibana is no more. IMAT in the office there as Miracle is pushing in and we'll find Arv. The mute is gone. Miracle pushing in again, finds a Hennessy, but will be traded out by Surma. 2 to 3 with 3 seconds left on the board, but JetCon will come in and finish off Big Papa and Domo Cookie Bar. So the Akron will repeat their defense on basement and win it out.
I liked that a great adjustment from Akron. Instead of losing out one of their players on the roam, having them waste time, come back to site, play a 5v5 on the site with only a minute 20 left on the clock is the move here. I definitely liked what I saw actually strat-wise from Akron, having Surma with the Wamite try to impact trick the ace, the Selma charges off that box wall to try to help Hennessy out in pillar. I really like that. I mean, I haven't seen that before. I'm really liking that what I saw right there, and it was success. I mean, the wall wall was opened in the end, but you know, had that worked perfectly, because we did see that one of those impact tricks did miss. Had it worked perfectly, who knows? Hennessy might have been able to play that spot over by pillar for a couple, maybe 5-10 seconds longer potentially. Now Akron, they're gonna head back up to kids' dorms. We saw the last time that they were here, they were successful from a stall out in St. Clair's attack, as I believe there was a mishap opening up the game's wall, thus an angle that the attackers could not use. They were forced to try to funnel in through that trophy door. But it looks like it's the same lineup coming out from Akron. I'm curious if Surma actually plans to bandit trick the wall again, because he could very well still get naded from below. But we see IMAT over in T2. He's going to try to kill drones, waste time, and try to perhaps protect Surma from getting naded from below.
It looks like they're approaching a much more active contention style with IMAT on that big tower, but it does look like he is still downstairs there, taking out some drones, helping out, but it does look like he will fall back down to the basement there. And it does look like Surma is going to try to bandit trick again, but again, has to be very careful of those frag grenades from Sledge, as IMAT has fallen all the way back down into the basement area, with Hennessy holding the same angle as he has before on the hatch, trying to hold that door. Does look like Surma is currently putting down the charges and will fall back after putting down the charges so he doesn't get naded out. Big Papa is being droned into his old position to nade out the area, as attackers do have a minute 50 left still, but nothing too strange yet going on, and no picks yet as well.
Big Papa and St. Clair really don't know how kind of pointless this is, as they could just use a single Cali Lance and get rid of both of those batteries.
Yeah.
Surma again not trying to trick, but IMAT with an impressive shot onto Big Papa. And instead, for this time around on Kid's Bedroom, Akron is going to get the opening frag onto the sledge, and IMAT is still hanging around. He's going to get droned out and retreat right back down to the basement. And a huge opening pick for the defenders. You lose the sledge, another gun. You could say he used both of his frag grenades, but another gun always helps, as they're going to be a man down now at this point. Cali's begin working on the game's walls. They want to now open up that line of sight. But Arv here, holding a close angle with that shotgun. And he poor soul peeks this without checking. They have a nice pump shotgun, and as I say that, Arv will take down Miracle. What a play. Is now Kira is on the bed trying to hold that angle with their sniper rifles, but Arv knows better. He's not going to repeat that right now. You have the man advantage. Just play the time. He's going to wait for the attackers to come peek into him, as Surma takes some damage from something. Surma's going to be tricking the game's walls. I believe he successfully takes care of all the ace charges here. Kira begins to get aggressive, tries to get shots, but will be dropped by Arv. But a trade from MJ Beast makes it a 2v4. There's only 10 seconds left on the clock. He's going to get taken down by Jet Con, and Hennessy will take down Domo Cookie Bear, and Akron. Dominant win on Kid's Bedroom.
For sure, like you said, dominant round for Akron, but it seems like St. Clair weren't aware that the bandit did leave the room there, as there is for those who don't know, there is a small drone hole on the into the attic from the outside balcony that actually can see if the bandit is still there or not. So if they did have a drone there, they could have seen that it was fairly free. Could have gotten open. Could have collied it, opened it, and then just left. But unfortunately, that was not the play there. Akron up 3-1 now, as they will elect to choose Kitchen Dining Hall as their third site, with them bringing the Maestro this time and the Warden again from their basement round.
The Dapper Man returns. Obviously, he has that deployable shield, and with Arv on the smoke, there's 2 deployable shields for Akron to work with, and I am very intrigued by this. It looks like rather than reinforcing all the dining walls, they'll be only reinforcing one side and utilizing that deployable shield to open up a line of sight onto the entry points of Small Tower, that window, and that doorway. With JetCon with the 1.5 on the MPX, I'd say that's a suitable job for Warden.
10 seconds left.
Of course, Warden does have that pea shooter of an MPX, but as long as you hit your headshots, it doesn't matter, as this game does reward one-shot kill headshots. And it does look like IMAT will be roaming around upstairs with the mute. It does look like he has a SMG-11 in hand. I would imagine he has a shotgun as well, just for a bit more reconstruction, as he will wall himself into the kids bunk area. Looks like St. Clair did elect to start from a small tower push, as most teams do when they see this kitchen dining setup. Big Papa on the rappel already, as we see Miracle on the Hibana now instead of the Zofia. Swapped it with Kira there, as Miracle is swapping out those X-Kairos charges to shoot a certain amount that he wants. It does look like the bottom of the shower was blown open just to provide some feet hole angles there. Actually does look like it was that bandit trick?
Well, that was shot off.
Oh, that was...
Ooh, that's unfortunate. So not having a player. Oh, and another Evil Eye to also protect. So rather than impact tricking, they have a player and utility dedicated to protecting that shower wall. That is... Oh, I'm really kind of blown away. You know, I'm going to take that. I'm not... Great utility usage coming out from Akron, as the key to this attack is taking control of showers. And right now, Akron is proving to make that no easy task, as Arv picks up Kira. Kira not having a good time so far. He gets dropped on the Zoe. A lot of utility you lose out on there. And right now, St. Clair with no real map control actually. JetCon is making it really difficult for an attacker here with that long line of sight, but that deployable shield goes, but he's nowhere near it. If he could get this tap, that it will also be another impressive shot.
Minute 15 on the clock for the attackers to do something, as they do lose the Zofia. It is a 4-on-5, but they have taken somewhat control of Small Tower with Big Papa there, but they do have to worry about those open angles as he will swing on the sledge. Warden still playing behind that shield there, as he will Big Papa will eat some damage from JetCon on the Warden. 55 seconds now as Hibana will start to open things up, trying to open things up again. Big Papa will be down, but will be immediately traded out by Miracle, so that is good. He can be picked back up and make this a 4v4, but time is running out. Hennessy trying to get a open door peek there. Arv will find Big Papa, so the sledge is finished off. Domo Quickie Bar contesting the shield down the hall there, as an ace charge will start to open that up, but it will likely be shot out by the Maestro. And as I say that, it does happen. Surma on the Alda with Maestro here is the next point of contention for the attackers, as Domo will eat some damage there, and he will be traded out. Oh, actually, I am wrong. Surma will get a double kill, and Hennessy will finish off the Nomad, as it does look like he did get air jabbed, but repeaked it anyways.
My goodness. The St. Clair not being able to wrestle away showers from Akron was, that was impressive work. The attack never actually got control of showers. They were forced in the last 30 seconds to try to push the Maestro just through the doorway. Unfortunately, they lost that window of opportunities. Maestro was flashed, but because they didn't push right away, he was able to pop right back up from behind the shield and get 2 kills onto, I believe, was MJ Beast and Kira. That is unfortunate here, as this is now the last round for Akron's defense. They're going to be going back to the laundry supply room.
Does look like St. Clair did swap out that sledge for the Ash for a bit more straight line range destruction. Don't have to cook those nades, just has to fire the Ash charge and forget about it and let it go off. But we'll have to see if they elect to do the same thing as they have done before, that big tower clear to get the bandit batteries off the wall, or if this Ash play is something to, or if with this Ash they decide to do something much more forward. More of a forward push, but we'll have to see, as Akron has bringing the same lineup they have before with Hennessy on the Warden and the deployer shield at that pillar area, just to hold off the attackers in blue bunker with that sight line.
Yeah, and we're not going to really see any changes to the setup here. Again, IMAT is going to commit to reinforcing that meeting hatch and open up these rotation holes from attic, as well as the meeting hatch, and force the attackers to have to roam clear. Or they can choose not to, but you kind of want to make sure, I guess, if I'm St. Clair, you don't want to get bit in the back by not doing your due diligence and taking care of these roamers. But Akron's doing a stellar job right now, repelling off the attacking push, taking care of the drones. They're not missing on their drones. They're killing that important source of information for the attack. As we see JetCon's going to run out a little bit, tell the attackers, hey, I'm over here. That 1 second run out timer, and act only as a distraction right now, as we see Miracle's taking a spot over in garage. I wonder if he knows there's a player on Armory Stairs, but there's also another player in Zulu, and it's the Zulu player who's gonna swing. That's JetCon taking down Miracle, as IMAT baited with the shots from Armory Stairs, and oh my god, a swing from IMAT, which he gets a pick onto Big Papa, dropping the numbers of the attackers down to 3 in the short span of 10 seconds. There's 2 minutes left on the clock. You already lost your Ash and Zoe. And you still don't have any map control currently. You have to clear the roamers potentially. You have to take blue. But if St. Clair looks like they're going to focus on trying to clear out blue as of right now.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Big Papa, as it looks like he was holding that angle when IMAT ran in, but thankfully IMAT did have that angle grip, was able to quickly snap on and finish off that Ash, and he escapes with his life at 30 HP and can still continue his roam. Domo on the Nomad here, as in his usual position, to try to force out this pillar player, but a blown out angle from the top of the single wall, Arv will finish him off there, as it is just down to JM Beast and Kira. JM with about 40 HP and Kira with 75, and all of the attackers are still alive as Arv will swing out and kill both of them, as he wants to get those kills for himself instead of waiting for the time.
Akron aren't missing their shots right now. It's an impressive two-piece from Arv, who swings blue on the mute. Wow, impressive shots and team play coming out from Akron. The bait from IMAT to get JetCon a free kill, and the shot IMAT hit, as well as the shots Arv hit, because it was a 3K from Arv at the end of that round, was an impressive performance. Now now it's Akron's turn to attack as St. Clair get their opportunity to defend. Now, reminder, this Oregon was St. Clair's map choice, and right now they're 4 rounds behind, but they get to swap onto defense. So you can argue that this is the favorable side for this matchup. We see our Akron is going to switch. Surma's going to switch off the thermite onto the gridlock. An interesting op, not one that we see very often, but has some nice utility in the track stingers to prevent flank rotations. Of course, it's not going to really stop anyone like a nomad charge can. Just shoot them out, be on your way, but it's going to create sound, and they'll know based off of that where you are flanking from if you don't already take a lot of damage. But he also has smoke grenades. 2 sets of smoke grenades for Akron. Something, a piece of utility we really never got to see, something that out of St. Clair get utilized. So I'm curious to see if those smoke grenades come into play here.
And also, you could argue that Gridlock's AUG is arguably better than both Nomad's guns, so there also is that as well. But we will have to see what St. Clair can bring to the table, as they, like you said, they are 4 rounds behind on their own map choice, with Akron up 5-1 right now.
Don't diss my ARX, okay? I love that gun. ARX is
yeah, I'm just saying, 20 bullets is kind of low for me. It actually does look like the defenders are going for more. Yeah. Well, you could, but it does look like the defenders are going for a more total strat, as I don't believe anybody is roaming. We see Miracle here on the trophy, jumping in and out of trophy, and Pit now actually, as the Akron will continue the roam clear with Surma on the drone there. Hennessy doing some deconstruction in the shower there at the bottom of the white stairs, as he will see the Melusi charge there. Might get rid of that quickly with a frag grenade as he takes out some barbed wires.
We already see that this is going to be it looks like a more concise and spread out take from the Akron attackers. I mean, already 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. We see the Ace trying to open up the game as well, but some destruction below. Big Papa's going to force him to move to the Canadian angle from the Milan finals. It's something you don't really want to see, but he's sticking it out right now. Hennessy knows he's there, or should be somewhere around there. Tries to shoot some shots through the floor, see if he can hit the head of one unfortunate defenders. Those track stingers are going to get deployed, making a lot of sound cover. Big Papa is going to stick it out. That's Klein's side. I'm sure he doesn't have that debris in his face. Otherwise, that would be a pain in the side.
Yeah, for sure. It does look like Akron is going to go for a big window push, as we do see the LMG coming out from JetCon on the Zofia instead of the standard 7.62. But you do get those extra 120 bullets, as we will see Big Papa die on the Canadian angle, courtesy of Surma on Repel. Miracle will return some fire, but loses life as well to Surma. As we do see Hennessy will also find one onto Kira. It is just down to the Jaeger and the Maestro, as the Jaeger will be found by IMAT. Just down to JM Beast now, as he will trade that out, and get another one on the JetCon actually, but he will actually find another trade. That would be traded up as well.
More than 2. Impressive round, an attack coming out from Akron. Surma specifically on that window repel, doing a lot of work, picking off Big Papa as well as the Melusi, and one more at the end of the round there. Match, which pushes them onto match point on Oregon. They're threatening St. Clair with a 7-1 scoreline right now, as St. Clair is going to realize, hey, that didn't really work out for us in any way whatsoever. Let's try a different bomb site. Let's try our luck on laundry supply and see if we can correct our mistakes after this round. That has to be the mentality here. as JM Beast is going to 6-pick off the Maestro onto a mute. They're going to take some form of denial here, whereas Akron, visually, honestly, right now doesn't really have a way to take care of that denial, aside from a couple explosives. So we'll have to see how Akron will take care of that. Rehost.
Defenders
calling
protect your
for.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
Looks like St. Clair is calling for a rehost, I believe, likely for a technical issue. So, yes, it does look like the rehost will be called for I believe, a technical issue. So we will be right back with the game as we will reset up that lobby.
Man, impressive performances coming out from Akron right now. You could say dominant performance right now, as it seems St. Clair really can't get anything to go their way. They had one round, but not anything else. Every other round loss has been pretty dominant for Akron.
Yeah. All right. It does look like the teams will need a little time to get this technical issue resolved, so we will take a short break and be right back with potentially what would be the final round of Oregon.
Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. Oh, Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in.
Ain't no love like real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I want you. Used to pay to my life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a
Right, welcome back, everybody, to Oregon between St. Clair and Akron Esports. What could potentially be the final round of Oregon, as Akron are up 6-1 against St. Clair. We will see
Oh my
JetCon
god.
6 picks off the Ash to the Amaru.
No, just
Uh,
stick it. Stick it. Thank you.
it does look like he will stick it, so we might see. We'll have to follow JetCon and see where he decides to
Attackers need to
fly
locate and
in,
defuse bombs.
as it does look like the defenders of St. Clair will decide to go to the basement, so that might not make this Amaru as fun for Akron, as I believe JetCon was expecting them to retry that upstairs site on second floor. But it's all the more, it just makes it easier to get into the building, as once they drone out that the site will be basement, he can simply just fly up wherever he wants, assuming there are no roamers. We will see Miracle on the Jaeger here, and we'll have to see. And he was doing a little bit of fragging for St. Clair before the rehost, so we'll have to see if he can make an impact on that Jaeger, as most people who are
5 seconds
put in
left
that position
before
are
insertion.
position attempt to. Kira on the smoke will be holding the elbow area with the smoke, as we have seen in recent time, with the Miracle putting down those ADSs for him just to keep him that much more safe, giving him 2, I believe, actually. Yes, there are 2 there. And we do see Domo with the Valkyrie, potentially for more intel and potentially some more aggressive plays there.
Oh, and JetCon, as I was gonna talk about him, it looks like he zoomed in trying to come down the back tower steps, but he's gonna meet his end really early on. So no impact coming out from the Amaru. In fact, it's a free kill for Miracle, you could say. So now all of a sudden the attacks are slowed down, but Hennessy's right there on the back steps trying to watch for any sort of aggression or
Bomb
misplay
located by
coming out
attackers.
from St. Clair. He's gonna try to pre-fire the pillar area, but he's just going to abandon the position as if he didn't, because he didn't find a pick. But IMAT already on the bottom of the main stairs. A lot of aggression, a lot of speed coming out from Akron. There's a 5-man on site turtle strat, so no roamers to worry about. They're able to get all this map control for free. It's gonna be that freezer player and the washer player to try to keep an eye on the main stairs, but he's just harassing the players with the Twitch drone. But a smoke grenade goes out, and Arv is gonna walk right in with the shotgun. He's gonna take a lot of damage as he's trying to find this closet player, and he's prone, and he's gonna get the kill and down to Kira. All of a sudden, but he's gonna get dropped. And trades come out from either side, but the freezer player is gonna get dropped to Isurma, and all of a sudden it's just left to Miracle and Big Papa. We have a minute 20 left on the clock, but it's a 2v3 that they have to work with. The attack utilizing those smoke grenades for visual cover very, very well, as IMAT's gonna pick up that diffuser and begin planting on site. There's an angle held by Serum. He's going to see Miracle for a second, only do enough damage, but IMAT turns around and gets the pick, leaving it just to Big Papa, who's in a 1v3 to keep their hopes alive on Oregon. He's going to have less than 35 seconds to make something happen here, to make 3 kills and get the defuse off. But post-plant played by Akron is going to make it difficult, as shots come out from all the angles, and it's the pillar player. It's Hennessy. He's going to run out of ammo in the AUG, but he's going to drop Hennessy down. But there's only 17 seconds left on the clock. Pistol out, and he's going to get dropped by IMAT. Akron with a dominant win on Oregon, taking St. Clair's map choice away from them.
Dominant, like you said, as they went for a shotgun all play there in that last round. As we saw the ace with the shotgun, we saw the Amaru fly in, and we saw the quick push and control from Imet and Surma down those main stairs to take laundry. Well, we will now move on to Villa shortly. Akron's map choice. They've got to be feeling good about taking this, or about moving on to Villa and taking St. Clair's map choice 7-1, giving them all the more reason to be confident in their own map choice of Villa. But we will have to see what St. Clair can do to try to keep their hopes alive in this match, as it is looking quite bleak right now with that performance on Oregon.
Yeah, you said it. Akron, that last round really just said, hey, we can do whatever we want here. Let's take Amaru, let's take a shotgun, let's run down the main stairs, let's run down Freezer. They're not really going to be able to stop us here, and that's mayhem in the comms right there for St. Clair's. all hell rains loose down on the front side of that site. It's not what you want to see. But Villa again is going to be the next map. It's Akron's map choice. I'm interested to see how it goes. Uh, and I mean, we had one round of action, but we're going to set up that second map. So we're going to send it to a short break, and we'll be back with Villa. And welcome back. We had just had a short break. I hope you all had a chance to get your popcorn ready because we're hopping into Villa, map number 2 of this best of 3 series, the premier invite bracket for CR6 in the winter season. Villa is Akron's map choice, and after a map like Oregon, they want to keep the momentum rolling and just take Villa to end the series 2-0. But St. Clair, they need to fight here to keep their series chances alive. They're fighting for some playoff seeding positions here. The attack bands come out. Ace and Thatcher are going to be off the board.
Yep, Thatcher. Thatcher, not too surprising, as Akron did ban that on Oregon as well. But St. Clair actually banning Ace this time instead of the Maverick, just to get rid of that. So we will actually have to see the other hard breaches come out. Maybe some more old school thermite action. We will see Akron also get rid of Mira like they did last time. But we'll also have to see what St. Clair decides to do for the last ban, and what will dictate what they decide to do on their first defense round. Does look like Malusi will be banned out, as IMAT was very prevalent on that operator during the defense for Akron, and they just want to get rid of that, so no more Banshees to slow the movement of the attackers.
He's just going to pick up another op, the Legion he's claiming. But yeah, the Ace ban, it's an interesting ban here on Villa. Villa particularly because there's a lot of walls here that you want to open that are safer to open from a distance. And Ace being the operator that he is, the great gadget that he has, it's easy to just, hey, let's take an Ace, let's open up these walls. You still have Hibana as an option. As we see, Arv is going to be picking up that operator as well. Zero coming out for the first time this series. IMAT will be picking up. I'm interested to see if he's playing the MP7. Because that's an option on attack now.
Yeah. That is definitely an option on the attack, but if we're talking about statistics, the SC3000 is a much better weapon than the MP7. And if you look at the top right, it does look like IMAT did elect to go with the assault rifle instead of the MP7, which is unfortunate for us to see. As I would agree with you, the MP7 might have been more fun to watch, but the SC3000 is a much more statistically better choice.
You're an MP7 fan. You play a lot of Bandit.
Oh yeah, I am, but like it's because it is definitely a good gun. But if we're talking statistics, I'll go with the better gun.
Okay, I mean, it is a fun gun to use. That I'm not gonna lie. But so the first defense for St. Clair, they're gonna go to Aviator Games. We see sort of, we'll be seeing a top main hold with Wamai playing behind that deployable shield and a quick little rotate for him to get back into sight. Interested to see that there's not going to be roamers. Pierce Miracle, as I say that, is going to hop out of the bomb site. He doesn't want to be there. It's too crowded. He's going to find himself over by Trophy. But the attack, IMAT, already making a little quick entrance. The Master's getting droned in. Playing Zero as an entry frag. Oh my goodness. They're going to spot eyes on the Jaeger as he's going to fall right on back down to 90. The IMAT and the rest of Akron are beginning to hunt him down.
Yeah. With the attackers doing basically a full-on push from Master side, we'll have to see if Kira wants to relocate that Cade Claw to the uncadable spot on the vault door. But it looks like a magnet will pick up and drop off a Zero camera, I believe. Ooh. As Miracle will find the pick onto IMAT, he will behead him. Hennessy attempting to trade, but finding no luck there, as Miracle will fall right back onto site. It does look like it looks like he has relocated his Cade Claw down to secure that vault wall. With Domo hiding, also looks like he relocated potentially relocated his deployable shield down there, but I believe that was probably just the second one there, to challenge the classical hall as well, but also being careful to watch his red hall. A nade will fly in through the top from Hennessy and find nothing, but the wall will actually be gate tricked, and Big Papa will find JetCon as well. That is Zofia no more of that concussion launcher. A good shot by Arv to behead Domo on the Wamai on that shield, but there was a rotate in the site wall just to give him some space. Big Papa will find another onto Arv. Hibana is gone. With those smoke canisters still in play with a minute left on the clock, it is just down to Hennessy with one frag grenade on the sledge and Surma on the Nomad with that AK-74.
Yes, and this deployable shield proving a problem with the Wamai playing over there with the magnets to protect it, and a swing from Miracle will drop Surma, leaving it just down to Hennessy, who's over by the Aviator door. He has 4 heads to find. He finds the first onto JM Beast as he walks right into the bomb site. Can't find the second, just gonna reload and try to get back that diffuser, but Miracle is there to contest him at 90. But Miracle with the kill, an impressive round coming out from the Jaeger as St. Clair win their first defense on Villa.
Looks like Miracle was not deterred by that loss on Oregon as he picks himself up at 3K, I believe, for the round, allowing St. Clair to pick up their first win on Villa as they will now relocate to Trophy Statuary for their second site. Similar operator lineup coming out from the defense, and it does look like similar for the attack as well, minus IMAT switching off Zero to the Ash for potentially a better gun with that R4C.
Yeah, and then I like, a point I kind of want to make on the last round is I liked what I saw coming out from St. Clair in their kind of fluid defense. That deployable shield was originally faced, but the moment that they knew, hey, this is a master side take, the smoke moved the deployable shield in a spot that enabled the Wamai playing over by top main to actually contest 90 and be a pain in the side doing so, because those magnets can protect that shield, obviously. A good defensive strat, or a change, having that fluidity, the decision making to be able to quickly make that change, set up what I believe was the reason why they were able to win that round. Deployable shield just was never taken care of, and there were so many deaths around that hallway, around 90, because of that deployable shield. Now they're going to hop over to trophy statuary with seemingly the same operator lineup here.
Yep, it is exactly the same as before, except it does look like they only have one deployable shield this time on the smoke, unless they actually did relocate the one from the top
Yeah,
of the red
they only
stairs.
had one deployable shield last round.
Okay, so they did relocate it.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, the exact same lineup coming out for the defenders, and we'll have to, and Miracle is on the roam there, as you can see him in the gun vault, as Akron will start their clear of study with drones driving into there. They will meet some resistance and see Miracle on the Jaeger with some barbed wire. So we'll have to see what happens from here on out. The wall is reinforced to provide that much more cover and extension for the defense, but that will likely be opened up. An angle will be likely to be opened up from Arv on the Hibana there soon. As drones are still alive and they are droning up Miracle, all his entrances have been close to pinched off, as he can still escape towards the back of the aviator area, but it looks like he will decide to put more condition on bar instead. Jetcon holding the angle in classical to make sure Miracle doesn't fly out the door. Imat is actually downstairs, and the wall actually will be smacked open, and he will be taken up. And Miracle will be dropped by Surma as he pushes into the game, the aviator area.
Miracle had no chance there. He had 3 guns and multiple drones looking for him, droned out at every spot. He tried to relocate. Excellent roam clear coming out from Akron, as now they'll focus their attention onto the site itself. The outside, the roaming presence now taken care of. Nothing left to worry about. No air jab is going to get placed down to prevent anybody from getting too aggressive and pushing up here, as he's going to hop on drone. Hennessy on the sledge is just going to watch the flank. They want to make sure they gather all their information to set up site. But IMAT's going to take some damage, but Kira is going to be the one eating most of it, as Ash is beginning to pressure the Astro stairs, using those Ash breaching charges to destroy some lines of some cover for the defenders. But the attack, Hennessy was just in sight, but Kira shuts that down. As Surma is there in JetCon, flood statue as he picks up 1 and 2, but immediately traded out by the player in Astro, and Surma's getting the plant down, leaving it just to Big Papa in Kira. The plant gets the diffuser successfully planted, and now we're just working in a 2v3 situation. And Kira, as I say that, immediately gets dropped by IMAT, who is watching that rotation. Some shots ring out, that SMG-11 proving not enough bullets in the magazine. He's going to throw out those smoke grenades, but Arv is going to shut him down from Master. A bounce back round for Akron, equalizing 1 apiece. You know, they're not going to let St. Clair get away too far this matchup.
I'm questioning why Akron had such an easy time just walking into trophy there, as it looks like the Maestro was unaware when they walked in, as Hennessy was able to actually to walk up to the master door before he was dropped by Cade. But so perhaps an oversight there, as we did see there was, I believe, two players in trophy and 2 players in Astro for the defenders of St. Clair. But bit of an oversight there, allowing the defenders to just walk into statue like that without any contention.
True. I don't know if there was any utility there to watch for that. There might have been nothing, not even a player. Because yeah, you're right. The way that the players were spread out, not enough eyes to be able to prevent anyone from just walking into statue from the landing area. We see that St. Clair is going to reattempt trophy statue. Feel like they could either win it or they don't want to go to dining if they don't have to. But they're going to bring the same lineup. No operator changes. Deployable shield by the A-bomb to prevent anyone from pushing Master specifically. And now there's going to be an Evil Eye. I don't know if that Evil Eye was there last time, but it is there now. So we'll see how St. Clair will respond to an attack from Akron. If Akron will choose to have the same attack strategy coming in from the study side.
Yeah. Does look like Miracle is setting a lot more of his utility up towards the trophy side. As you do see, he did drop 2 barbed wires down there on the landing and on the statue door, as he will make his way back into, I believe that was Aviator. Oh, there he is. It looks like he's elected to play fairly closer, and as I say that, he runs into games to give some more contention there. Does look like Akron will continue their same ways as last round, pushing from that study side, with IMAT already entered into study, and we do see Hennessy there as well, likely going to sledge open the wall. IMAT actually did eat some damage there for that entry by Miracle, as Hennessy has pushed up onto the game store. Or study
We see
doors.
that, and we see that St. Clair's not going to dedicate the reinforcements or the utility to holding on to the Aviator game side. As we saw last round, it did not work out well for Miracle at all. It just delayed the inevitable as when he was taken out the round prior. But they decided to hunker it down, bunker it, keep it closer to sight, as the attackers are now beginning to work their way down on the first floor. That's JetCon and IMAT, the dynamic duo, making sure that there's nobody down below. Because they want to use that vertical play from below here on this site. It's a really, it's a huge thing for trophy statuary. You can accomplish a lot down below. For example, clearing out Astros specifically makes it really easy to be doing that. But so we see there's still enough pressure on the Aviator side of the map in general, so that the defenders cannot just take their eyes off of it, as Arv to begin using those X-Kairos pellets on the closet wall, trying to get a line of sight into bathroom. As Domo is going to take a lot of damage for what I suspect was JetCon down on the first floor in the red hallway. As Hennessy has again swung his way into statue after taking care of that deployable shield, as JetCon is there to support, but a C4 comes out, but it misses, as Surma is going to try to get that diffuser planted. JetCon's going to relocate to get behind. Big Papa is going to get dropped, downed, and out of play. But IMAT gets the pick onto Domo, as JMB also gets taken down, leaving it just to Miracle in an actual 1v5 situation, as JetCon is looking for the kill. He's in bathroom, but IMAT gets it. Coming up the Astro stairs, a flawless attack from Akron. Trophy statuary just not working out for St. Clair.
Yeah. Definitely not, as they were all swiftly downed or eliminated by Akron like last round, as they were able to swing into the statue again. But it did look, that time St. Clair were aware of it, but unfortunately couldn't do anything to change the outcome of the round, as they will go back to Aviator and games where they had success on the first round, hoping to even this up to a 2.
Yeah, the only defense that they won here, so far on their defensive half, they're going to be taking the same lineup, but we'll have to see if Akron will make the appropriate adjustments. Being able, their number one goal for this round, taking care of that deployable shield down Classical Hall over by Books area. You take that shield away from the defenders, you're going to enable 90 presence. You're going to enable your 90 presence on this attack if they choose to attack from the same direction, or it could be a study take primarily. But we've seen the same attack from Akron attacking Trophy Statuary the same way twice. I suspect it's going to be another master side clear from Akron again, so we'll have to see how they adjust and how they'll take care of that deployable shield this round.
Big difference of this round being that IMAT is no longer on the 0 and has the utility to get rid of that deployable shield himself, as he is now playing Ash with those 3 breaching charges, and I'm not sure Wamai is going to dedicate all his magnets to that deployable shield in time, or if he'll have enough recharge in time.
I mean, with the new changes, he only has 4 magnets total, and so he can only stop. And with your teamwork and your teammates' flashbangs or concussion charges from JetCon, it's really easy to clear out 4 magnets. So that with Ash's breaching charges here, I think it can definitely be easily taken care of, as Hennessy gets a quick entry onto the master bedroom. He's trying to get a quick map control, but Miracle over here on the Astro stairs is going to get droned out. He's going to down, as he's not going to try to get more out of it. He's going to take the down and get away with his life, something that didn't happen on the last 2 roam attempts.
Yep.
Yeah, Miracle had a great round on this bomb site on round number 1. He wants to keep that alive here, continue to be a thorn in the side of Akron, as he's relocated himself down into the basement, lurker's position, to come up and flank Akron at any time.
I just want to point out that the Hibana actually took the shotgun this time. Instead
my
of the
goodness.
the Type 89. So with the suppressor as well, so they will likely have to Arv will likely have to make do with that bearing 9's quite insane recoil, as we do see the top of the vault wall has been blown off, likely by the defenders to lob anything over that they want. There's a flash to clear out the shield. It looks like they're gonna try to get rid of it now. Kira getting flashed and has went through the rotate in case his shield is destroyed, and it does look like it has gas grenade just to cover any quick impending pushes. Hennessy is still very low from that initial confrontation with Miracle, as there is a minute 10 left on the clock, with Imet down below still looking to do some reconstruction on the floor there. But Miracle will be found by Surma down by the red stairs, as the attackers are now closing in, as Imat is going up that main stairs. Zofia charge will take out the Maestro as well, armed with that bearing 9, as he does not have the Type 89, as he did bring the shotgun. JM Beast ready with that Alda to mow whoever walks in through, mow down whoever walks in through that door. But it looks like the attackers are a little bit stalled right now, relocating some players there, as you did see Arv going out and about onto the study balcony.
They want to get a pinch going on here. Surma is going to make his way into the default plant spot. Unaware to the Maestro, a missed C4. He's going to swing, but JetCon is there. Using the smoke as visual cover. The Surma gets traded out, but JetCon takes down Domo, as it's just left down to Kira and Big Papa, as Kira has proned his way into Astra. Will take down JetCon in just a 1v2. There's a player, I believe, maybe down below. No, Hennessy over by the door is going to swing and get the kill onto Kira. Akron, 3 rounds in a row on attack. An impressive showing so far.
Unfortunate that that smoke timing came a little late, as Surma stuck the plant and stuck the plant for his life there to give Akron the round and the plant.
Pretty much guaranteed the round win, Surma being able to just able to run in, get the plant down. And a missed C4 as well. Didn't do... It didn't kill Surma. I actually have no idea if it did any damage at all. Probably a little bit, but it wasn't a kill. It did not result in a kill, which you'll want to see. But St. Clair going to their tertiary bomb site, dining kitchen. Miracle is going to pick up the Vigil. Kira is going to hop off the wall mine onto the Jaeger, bringing an additional good gun on defense, as Imat hops onto the Twitch with the French shotgun. 2 shotguns on attack for Akron. As Arv is still bringing that Supernova. Okay. Man, that's an interesting choice there.
For sure, as we use Twitch, as Imat on Twitch did decide to bring the shotgun as well, and flashbang. So potentially another shotgun outplay coming out from Akron here, but we will have to see if St. Clair can repel it on the kitchen dining, as Miracle looks like he is setting himself up down up in the master area just to make the attacker's life a bit more difficult there. Big Papa deciding which way he needs to place his shield, and it does look like it will be facing the laundry entrance, with JMB's putting down the Maestro Chem as well to see any shenanigans through smoke that the attackers may have, if they did bring smoke grenades. But it doesn't look like they did, as they have 3 sets of flashbangs, a set of frag grenades, and a claymore there.
I want to say the shotguns are here for a reason. I want to say that there's a tactical reason to take the French shotgun and the Supernova. I just don't know what it is. So if Akron, if you could show me why the tactical reason to take these 2 shotguns, that would be helpful, as they're going to start making their way up top. They're going to try to use a flash grenade, as Arv is going to get his quick entry as the, Habana shotgun, Yahard breacher, playing entry role here. He's going to hop right back out, trade places with Imat. They spot out Miracle on the Vigil, playing in Statue. So now it's just a matter of hunting him down. So Imat's going to be able to create himself a rotate using that shotgun. It's a pretty nifty use of it, I've got to say. But there's a player over in Astra who's waiting to receive him. That's going to be Domo, playing that Cade with the AUG. He's ready for it. He's waiting. But nothing's going to happen. But he'll swing, and Domo will drop Imat. But Miracle will get downed as well from the player over by the master door. Domo might go down to pick him up. Oh, I believe actually it was a trade, as Arv is also off the board. As Surma is going to take a lot of damage from Kira, it looks like, who's been playing over in Trophy, as Hennessy has made his way into statue, holding a pixel here, trying to take down the defenders playing in Astros. Looks like they're going to try to make their way back down the Astro stairs, but there's still a player in trophy. We saw the head for a split second as he was trying to throw a nade, and Kira is not paying attention as JetCon drops Miracle as well, as we equalize the man count at 3 apiece. What was a great start, what looked like so far for St. Clair is immediately equalized by Akron.
Unfortunately, no more shotgun play for us to see this round, as both Ahmed and Arv were the ones to fall. But Hennessy will begin his reconstruction on the Master just to get those sight lines with 50 seconds left on the clock. Looks like he still has one frag grenade to lob down if he does see anybody in there, as the Maestro will likely soon be found out, as he is hiding in the corner of the kitchen there, as he will now be droned out, as it looks like the attackers are still upstairs with 35 seconds left on the clock. Still a decent amount of time to execute with the amount of defenders. Sarma will drop down and make quick entry into the China room, but will be dropped by Domo, who has had a good round so far. J and Beast will find JetCon, just leaving it down to Hennessy with 20 seconds left. He will prep his frag grenade, hoping to get a kill, but it will be eaten by an ADS, and he has to find 3 kills in 12 seconds if he wants to win this round. But Domo will say no to that and pick himself up a 3K to end the round.
The second defensive win for St. Clair, and it comes on Dining Kitchen, which means that they're gonna have to go back to either Aviator or Trophy Statue. Aviator been the one bomb site that was successful one time around, as we see here. They're gonna be hopping right back onto that particular bomb site. I want to say probably the, having the F2 over the GIGN shotgun might have served IMAT a little better in that position, contesting Domo, who's playing behind the Astro desk. And potentially also taking the Type 89 might have also proved Arv a little bit helpful. But, we've seen Arv work his magic with the shotgun in rounds, the round prior, also on Oregon. So it's a decision that they chose to make, and the outcome is one that they live with here, as St. Clair already having a better performance on Villa in the first half than they did on Oregon. They're looking to try to make this a 3-3 even split when they'll hop onto their attacking half. So we already see an interesting change, as JM Beast is not going to be on the Maestro rather than the Goyo this time.
Just an extra deployable shield for them to use, or 2 extra, as I say, I mean 2 extra deployable shields, as Goyo just get 2 of those shields, but you do have to be careful as those shields are explosive and will spread fire when destroyed, so that could either be useful to the defenders or detrimental to them, depending on where they are when that shield goes down. But Akron not straying far away from what they have shown so far, with the exact same lineup, of course, with IMAT on the Ash, JetCon on the Zofia, and everybody else sticking to their guns. It does look like St. Clair is expecting another push from the Master side, as they already have set up that shield in position, not facing Study this time, already facing a Classical Hall with that rotate in position to help out Kira if he needs to get out from a dicey situation. Hennessy actually this time towards the Study side, not starting on Master with the rest of the team, as you do see Arv is still handling that trusty still has that trusty shotgun of his with the silencer.
Just opening up lines of sight so that they're extra, lines of sight for the attackers to use against any potential roamers coming out from St. Clair. But I can't say they are any. And as I say that, I see the silhouette of Miracle playing landing. He knows someone's on Con. Unfortunate timing. Miracle gets a freebie onto the Zofia. A lot of useful utility off the board. Your only sets of explosives now. IMAT's 3 breaching rounds and Hennessy's 2 frag grenades. It's definitely helpful to have those extra sets of explosives, but I think Akron can make do with what they have right now, as they're going to start pressuring the 90 hallway. Derma's going to put down those air jabs to protect the flank. Deployable shield even closer to 90. Sermon ends up flashing himself, utilizing those Goyo shields to make it a little harder for the attackers to take control of 90 hallway. Getting flashed out, moved out of the position is back, and the shield now in the hands of the attackers. It being a Goyo shield, though, you gotta remember it can blow up. And there it is, does 50 damage, it looks like, to Arv. gonna start working on the vault wall. Surma gonna shoot some shots over through the bar wall. Is gonna nearly miss the head. What do I assume was Domo playing that Cade, top of that toppled table. Now it's a stall out right now. We're just waiting for the attack to figure out what the defensive setup is and for them to make their move. Defenders just need to wait and be ready. IMAT down below on the Ash, pushing out the study player. That was Kira. He has to move now, but there's a player over on the main stairs prone. Ooh, I think IMAT potentially could have seen him. Also potentially not. But there's only going to be 35 seconds left, and the execute still needs to happen.
2 gas grenades on the board for the defenders as they will start to throw them out. Sherman not able to go for that previous plant spot as he will start to eat gas through the wall as the gas is clipping through the wall there. Big Papa still has 1 left as Surma will actually start the plant, I believe, towards the door more, but it looks like the defenders aren't aware of this as the plant will be completed in a 5 versus 3 for Akron. But post-plant, Hennessy will find 1 and Surma will find another, bringing it down to a 3v3. The shotgun in hand of Arm not able to finish off its target, and St. Clair will clean up as they're attempting to look for the bomb, and they do find it. They will clean up the round with 2 players left as JM will eat a Nomad as Domo finishes the diffuser.
Domo Cookie Bear picking up 2 huge kills here onto Arv and the player left over by a landing. And now we're having a 3-3 even scoreline as St. Clair will now move on to the attack, and Arv exclaiming that the Supernova does no damage. Indeed, with the suppressor, it will do even less damage. An interesting choice, but a great save coming out from St. Clair. But you saw Akron almost bringing it back, taking a 5v3 situation, equalized it very quickly to make it a 3v3. But it was JM Beast and Domo who took the round for St. Clair's favor. Now Akron get to hop onto the defending side. They're going to go to Aviator Games, and we see that Hennessy, who claimed he was going to be playing Legion, effectively a liar, because now he's playing Capcan.
Well, he did show that Legion and has not 6-5 to the Capcan, as I believe he was exclaiming that with the Malusi ban, he will have to play a different operator during the ban phase. But we'll have to see how much damage these Capcan traps can do, or if they will simply be spotted out and shot out by St. Clair. St. Clair bringing of the exact same lineup as Akron did for their attacking rounds, but for the defense, we do see IMAT on the Valkyrie with those cameras, potentially looking for a nitrocell kill and additional information, and no theoretical way to spot them aside from physically seeing them from St. Clair, as there is no IQ on the board for them.
No IQ. Yeah, the Valkyrie was shown. I believe St. Clair feel like, well, we can pretty much predict where these cameras could be, might be. That blue ring be visible. Hennessy on the Capcan, though, is very interesting. Is a very interesting choice. I think early around we saw multiple Capcan traps over on the statue master side of the map, and predicting that this will be a master side clear, and as we don't see any attackers on the study side, because they are all on the master balcony, as Big Papa is going to get droned in by Miracle. Not as quick of an entry as we saw from Akron, but there we go. Miracle is going to hop right on in and try to take that map control. Hopefully they spotted any Capcan traps that might have been nearby. You don't want to accidentally walk into use way too much of your health than you need to give. But JetCon over in the trophy is going to cause some distractions, but a C4 down below does a lot. Gets a kill. Kira walking into a Capcan. Check your doorways. The Hennessy is now relocated down below. He's also going to toss a Nitro Cell and get a kill onto Miracle. The Roamers doing an impressive job. JetCon freezing them in place for Hennessy to get a free Nitro Cell kill. Also potentially with Avout Camus. He's getting marked. But JM Beast and that Type 89 is going to win out that duel. 2-for-1 trade definitely in the favor of Akron. A minute 30 left on the clock, but you've lost a lot of your explosive utility. You're just left down to the 2 frag grenades from Big Papa, and you have Evil Eyes and a deployable shield to go up against. You're gonna have to be selective, as JM Beast is not gonna let Hennessy get another free Capcan kill, as that would have killed him. And a flash and a quick entry. He's gonna contest. Now he's gonna be on the landing area, contesting the top of red stairs. The minute on the clock, and another C4. How many C4s are there? There's only 2 C4. My God, the first C4 I called did not actually exist. As Hennessy drops Big Papa, leaving it just down to Domo, who can't get one. As Hennessy, a huge round for the Capcan. Akron take their first defense, going up 4-3.
Quite a pocket pick there for Hennessy as he did so much damage with those Capcan traps. I believe Akira died to 2 of them. I believe Big Papa walked into another one, and then Domo on the Hibana, or no, Jane Beast on the Hibana, I believe, almost walked into another one, and of course those 2 Nitrozo kills, one coming from Hennessy himself, and another from IMAT. So just a lot of explosive damage, and I believe not allowing the defenders to even enter the hallway to start their attack on 90.
They really couldn't even get close. The roamers, the C4 play, the support that JetCon provided, preventing the attackers from leaving, like freezing them in place with the Vault Cam, and the presence of the Jaeger itself froze the attackers for 2 easy free C4 kills. Impressive stuff. Impressive team play coming out from Akron. You like to see it. Hennessy, though, is going to take the Legion for real this time. IMAT is going to pick up the Ella. First time we're seeing Ella played this series so far. Those pesky Gershmot mines creating that concussive effect. A visually impaired, no longer a sensitivity change thing, but losing the ability to hear and see, it's not great either. But she has that deployable shield. Another strong piece of utility for the defenders here.
Yeah, and as you say that, another operator we haven't seen the series yet is also being picked up by Surma on the Mozzie there for those potential roam denial or roam clearing drones, as he will set himself up in the aviator area there with the reinforcements, as we saw similarly that Miracle put up when he was on Jaeger. I met down below near the piano and art area, as I believe he is barely not spotting that player there. Surma kind of playing around with the scope there, as a drone will come from Miracle, but will likely be deterred by that Mozzie pest there, as another drone from Kira will come into study and see that the Mozzie indicator as well. So they have an idea, or that somebody is likely playing in that vault aviator area, as they will spot him and the drone will fall. But Mute Jammer also protecting the reinforced wall and JetCon on support from the top of main stairs as well.
We see the return of the Mute Mozzie meta in the round, as you're giving the attack time, trying to precisely locate Surma. Now they've gotten their first drone through, but a minute off the clock, they still haven't taken care of anybody in this area. Surma swings the rotate and drops Papa. Takes a lot of damage in return, but the sledge is now off the board. Only 20 bullets in that Roni. He needs to be careful. He's gonna kill more drones, and IMAT gets another pick onto Miracle. You just lost the Zoe on this roam clear. You're losing a lot of the attackers. Kira has now pushed up in classical halls. Arvs drops JM Beast. Your hard breach is gone, and a Legion mine to tell the defenders that Kira is playing in 90 Hall, trying to take the goo out, and not a great spot. It's just Hennessy sad that he missed that shot. He thought that was a freebie. He ended up missing it. Kira and Domo with defenders attacked from all sides as he gets the pick onto Surma, but IMAT drops Kira, leaving Domo in a 1v5 ace clutch situation. He'll drop JetCon and get a second onto IMAT, making it just a 1v2. He knows there's another defender nearby. Hennessy and Arv are simply just going to back off, barricade themselves into where they need to be, force Domo to come to hit them. He's in 40 seconds on the clock, no diffuser in hand, no information. He still thinks that there's another defender behind him. No information, no drones left at his disposal as well. Hits a goo mine. Hennessy now knows that he's at the statue door in a flashbang, trying to create himself some visual cover, but all 3 eaten by all 3 ADSs. He's going to put some bullets through the master door and swing deep in. Hennessy spots him. He's going to back off, miss the shots, but the shotgun of Arv is waiting and shuts down the clutch attempt. And Akron, 2 rounds in a row.
Well, a good defense by Akron there to bring themselves up to a 3-5 advantage. As they will move on to their tertiary bomb site. But just to pivot back to that last round, I would have liked to see St. Clair put a little more support with Big Papa in clearing out that Mozzie, as they did know that he was locked inside study, or not inside study, inside aviator. But they only committed that sledge to fighting that Mozzie, hoping that Big Papa will come out on top. But he did not, and there was no trade until the very end of the round to get rid of that Mozzie in aviator.
You wish that there was a little bit more done, but the Mute Mozzie combo showing us why that was so
Defenders, protect your
strong.
bombs from being defused
Only
by
about
attackers.
maybe a year ago, I think, when it was very prevalent before the 20-second meta took over. And we might, this is the first example, we might see that meta come back here. Is, we don't see the Mozzie this time, but Arv on the Mute, always a good operator. But Hennessy, bringing back the pocket pick again, hopping back onto the cat can.
We'll have to see if he can do as much damage as he did in the previous round with that Captain Trap, as he did punch out a window there, I believe, to set up a trap for that. Set up.
That's a bait.
That is definitely a bait, like you said.
That's a
We'll have to see
bait.
where else he sets up. It does look like he is setting up some in Memorial there for him, but we also see Surma on. We'll also see Surma picking up the pulse for the first time in this series as well. So potentially another Nitro Cell kill, as we do see 3 total. One on Hennessy, one on Arv, and another on Surma. And with that heartbeat detector, Surma can guide the other 2 in case they need vision of where the attackers are as well.
Could very well be 3 free C4 kills if played properly from Akron. The attack is going to start over on the aviator side as drones begin clearing study, and down below is Kira picking up the Ash again, waiting for the call that the coast is cleared. He's going to make his way in at 3 speed. Gonna see if they get behind the defenders properly this time. I believe that there's people playing upstairs, but Miracle gets the opening pick on the round onto IMAT, playing just outside the walk-in window. I don't know how he got the kill. Oh, IMAT was simply playing in walk-in closet, and that happened. But now JetCon contesting the players over on the aviator side. He's fire some shots, but fall back. But he's also going to be a pain in the side. He's going to try to come up the red stairs as he gets one, but not anymore, as Arv also gets another with a kill with the C4. You lost your Zoe, and you lost your Sledge in that encounter. Surma with the scanner is going to spot a defender, an attacker roaming around the top floor. Now it's just time to take a little breather for the attack. Get back on drone, gather information, figure out where these last 3 Akron players are, and then begin your execute.
Do need to be sure that they are on a hard surface though, as all of the Nitro Cell operatives are still alive, as we saw earlier. Arv are using his to get a kill, and we get another. Oh, there goes another one by Surma. Unfortunately, not finding much there, but Hennessy so as he was lobbed his up and find nothing as well. So no more Nitro Cells on the side of Akron, but it looks like it's spooked St. Clair. Enough to just halt them for a little bit, but breaching charges will start as Domo eats another Captain Trap. Hennessy will find one, Arv will get one through the floor, and it is just down to Kira now, making his way down the grandfather clock area in the kitchen. 1 on 3 with 35 seconds left on the clock and only a singular Ash charge left, but he will use that to clear that out, so no Captain. He doesn't run into any Captain Traps, but he needs to find 3 in 25 seconds. No diffuser in hand either, so this is a tall task to ask Akira to save this round.
A tall task indeed, and less than 15 seconds left. He's going to find one Bonita Cat can trap at the same time, but the last 2 defenders they've headed for the hills. They've left sight completely. One in laundry, one in the red hall, making this virtually impossible for Kira to clutch. And Arv will shut it down, getting that kill. Completing the site trifecta, you could say. Akron pushed themselves onto match point on Villa. St. Clair can't get an attack to go their way.
A little bit of tactical crouching coming there at the end by Arv. But like you said, St. Clair not being able to find anything to go their way on this attacking half, and Akron pushed themselves up to match and series point. As we do see Hennessy back on that cap can, and Surma this time on the dock looking for potentially some more aggressive plays there. Imat will switch off the Valkyrie, and it looks like you will get your wish this up, and we will see some Frost
Oh
play in action
my
coming out from
god.
Imat.
I called it. I called it.
Yep.
I said at the beginning, hey, I want to see a Frost pick. I didn't actually suspect that it would happen, but here we are. Here we are. I'm at making come true. They're gonna go back to the Aviator bomb site, the best bomb site arguably on this map, which makes it an even taller task for the attacker here. I'm at though taking the bulletproof camera over the deployable shield. Very interesting. Oh, and he's setting up his frost mats in Narnia. He's hoping that, there's no way that this should be here, but it is. It's the ones you don't expect that get you the most. The ones you don't check for are the ones that will always nick your ankles. So hopefully we don't see anybody fall into one of these. We've seen Capcan traps being triggered. There is a chance that we see frost mats get triggered this round as well, as the attackers are going to be released out onto the field as Surma is trying to get a cheeky spawn peek. Not going to happen though. Only player who spawned in that area is not going to give it.
And I just want to say, if I'm saying Claire, I'm checking walking closet every time. I believe Hennessy has put a Capcan trap somewhere in that vicinity every single round. But Kira will find Arv. That is a smoke off the board. No more gas canisters, as I believe he was trying to spawn peek with SMD11 there. As Jetcon will take his place in an attempt to find something, but he will shooed away by another attacker. I believe that was Domo.
That's an unfortunate
Smoke
loss.
grenade off the
Oh,
board.
and timing.
Ooh, almost a timing on both sides, I believe, as Miracle an ADS there, but was able to re-ADS to find Jetcon, and Jetcon not being able to see the Zofia time, as it is now a 5-to-3 advantage for St. Clair, hoping to take their first attack round on Villa, as drones are still coming out from them with a minute 50 on the clock. So they're making good time, especially with those 2 picks now. They don't have to worry as much about the roamers. But I'm not sure if they know they took out the smoke yet or not, so we'll have to see.
No.
Surma will find a kill on the Big Papa. The sledge is gone, no more frags either. Iamet is still running around in the Master Trophy side, looking, getting a prone angle there, actually hoping to see somebody coming out the hall. But we do see Kira and Miracle coming up the Master Stairs, or the main stairs, and make their way into study as well, as he will hit a charisma charge.
This is the best start that St. Clair has seen so far on the attacking side, but showing their ability to bring it back no matter what the situation here, as we saw Big Pop get dropped in the round earlier in the round. But some vertical play coming out from down below, utilizing the Zofia. Try to impact below some common anchor spots. Information will be gathered by the attackers. Spot Hennessy over in games. They know where he is now. Less than a minute. It's only a matter of time before the attackers of St. Clair need to make their execute onto the bomb site. But IMAT still on the prowl, still off site, as the wall into games has been opened up by the Habanas. Kira's right there, ready to try to quick peek in and see if you can pick off Hennessy, but he's relocated over to the Aviator bomb site. It's Surma in Vault that Kira now has to worry about. Oh, but a TK and IMAT coming up huge for Akron as Surma takes down Kira, and it's just left down to the Habana with 20 seconds left. And what the best start for St. Clair quickly is lost as Akron, with a flawless defensive half, win Villa 7-3.
And that will be the series for Akron, that they take 2-0, 7-1 on Oregon, and 7-3 on Villa. With some unconventional operator picks, as you see, we saw the Capcan, we saw the Amaru, we saw the Frost, but nonetheless, congratulations to them for winning this series. And we, in a dominating fashion, I might say, especially on Oregon there, but it looked a bit more even on Villa during that defensive half for St. Clair, but they weren't able to pull anything together for the attack round. And it does look like we will be getting an interview with one of the players from Akron. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you hate to see that round. You know, you lose. You got a TK in the final. You know what ended up being the final round, the best looking start for St. Clair. That attacking half and a fortunate TK paired with IMAT being able to get a huge pick as well. I mean, it just seemed like Akron was able to get away with doing whatever the heck that they wanted, taking those, those off meta operators, the Capcan, the Amaru, like earlier, as well as their loadouts. The shotgun plays coming out. You don't do that, but Akron had the confidence to go ahead and bust out those shotguns here on this matchup.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're joined by IMAT. Thank you. GG's to you. That was well played.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I have a question off the top of my head that I kind of want insight. I want to know the tactical reason why shotguns are amazing in this game of Rainbow Siege. So a lot of shotgun plays.
I think we're just trying to have fun, man. Like these so far through the round robin, we beat Virginia Tech, I forget, like 14-1, 14-2. Then while we did that, UDEM beat these guys 14-7 or something like that. So and we beat UDEM last week 14-3. So we knew that going into this was going to be a pretty free match. So we went in full troll mode to say the least with the everything coming out.
Definitely, as we did see a lot of operator freedom from you guys, both on more so on Villa than Oregon. We saw it more towards Oregon towards the end there with JetCon flying in with the Amaru on that last round. But what was the idea behind? Did you guys prep the Capcan plays, or was this something that you guys just kind of did on the spot?
As Casey being a resident console player, he does as he pleases with that. That's pretty much it.
So he
Uh,
knows. He just knows the key cap count.
yeah,
All
Sure.
right, we could take a page from his book.
yeah, and then. Nonetheless, congratulations to y'all for taking the round robin 3-0 as y'all comfortably beat St. Clair on their map pick and on their map pick of Oregon 7-1, and also taking your map 7-3 on Oregon as well. Looks like y'all were just pretty relaxed going into this match.
We went into it. I said as long as it takes to start, I'm just gonna keep adding red dots to my characters, and I think 4 or 5 of them have red dots now, so I have to change that before I go queue some FPLC. But
The
that'll
red dot was, yeah, I remember the on multiple of your loadout.
Yeah,
It's a interesting choice, but
yeah,
I mean, hey, whatever works for you, right?
yeah. Yeah. Nonetheless, congratulations on your win against St. Clair, and good luck in your FPL matches. And I hope best of luck for the rest of the winter season to you and the team. You are the defending champions from the previous season as well. So we hopefully you can retain your title here in the winter.
Yep. Thank you guys for the cast. Have a great night.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah. Again, thank you everybody for watching. Don't go away for too long as we will be back in action with Simon Fraser against Northern Arizona at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time or 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. So go ahead and go get some food, go take a break, but we will be back soon. Thanks for watching.